Kim.
Thank you.
Stephen Kim came out and claimed that Sean Gibbons says Manny Pacquiao return will be in June or July. Says the three targeted are Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, and Porter. As for Mayweather, he told them he's retired, so they not focusing on that. So as far as Manny Pacquiao next opponent in July, we all know who's making a return in July or around that time. No other than Errol Spence. Errol Spence, that's a better date than in May for him because he have more time to recover after the car accident. Now, of course, Sean Porter, you could get him and throw him out the window because he's a difficult style. He does more Jeff Horn than Jeff Horn. So why would Pacquiao fight him? Coming off a loss, and that's a tough fight because Pacquiao has experience fighting a Porter. He sparred him a million times.
I would stay away from that.
Yeah, so of course, Danny Garcia, that's a good fight. That's a possible opponent. However, Danny don't have a strap. He looked good his last performance, but he should have looked better. So Pacquiao might consider it, but you should go after the guy with a question mark. And that's what I'm hearing. And the rumors have it is that Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao is the next mega fight that PBC is working on and Al Heyman is trying to make. Of course, Pacquiao is going to make the bag as he deserve and should. He earned the right to. So Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence. Freddie Roach came out claiming that Manny Pacquiao hit harder than Mike Tyson. He said that he hit harder than Mike Tyson.
So like pound for pound, if you took
so if we talking about Tyson and talking about at 41, the last thing that go away is your power, then he has a serious shot according to Freddie. According to Freddie, the Pacquiao is back. The real Pac-Man is back. Now, will they be blood tests for this fight? Will be VADA testing? We don't know.
Probably.
That should be the main thing that Errol Spence need to be worried about. Don't go the Keith Thurman route and claim, I don't care if Manny Pacquiao take a bite of the forbidden fruit, I'm still retire him. Nah. You don't want that old Manny Pac-Man back that do that little pity pat and it felt like bricks coming at you. Yeah. You know, so what's your whole take on what Freddie Roach had to say in the fight in general? The legendary Pac-Man Pacquiao that's fighting for 4 decades, and the truth, Errol Spence, that Freddie Roach came out and said, and he stated that Pacquiao and Mayweather, once they long gone, the new pound for pound and the face of boxing will be Errol Spence. Is Freddie gonna let that happen?
I don't think it's up to Freddie. I think Freddie kind of does what he's told at this point in Pac-Man's career. But I think I'll first start with the statement that he hits harder than Mike Tyson. I thought about this a little bit. I thought it was just a lot of hyperbole, just capping. Freddie Roach did train Mike Tyson at one point, but it was a washed Mike Tyson. So he can attest to it. And obviously he's speaking about, you know, pound for pound, who's the hardest puncher. I think it's just a way to get some attention to it. I don't know. I think that the standard to be is always going to be Mike Tyson when you think about punching power. There's Deontay Wilder, but
George Foreman.
Yeah, George Foreman, Deontay Wilder, Mike Tyson. Those are going to be the kind of standard when you think about power. And you really don't know because it's kind of a mythical thing because there are different weight classes. So I think that's a good way to get people talking about Pac-Man Pacquiao. I will say that I don't see the fight with Thurman popping off in June or July. I think Pacquiao is trying to seize upon this question mark of a fighter at this time. And one thing that somebody brought up, which I'm glad that they did, because every time we talk about Pac-Man or like welterweights or what's, you know, who's going to clean out the division, we conveniently want to leave off Terrence Crawford. And even though there's this target that Pac-Man Pacquiao has for this summer, June or July, and you know Crawford checks all the boxes. He's a good name. He's pound for pound. He has a strap. He's with Bob Arum, which might be a bit of an issue, but I don't think Bob Arum would have any issue with making that fight.
Well, we all know what Bob Arum did. According to like Pacquiao, that's how he felt. He felt like he got robbed by Jeff Horn. He claimed that Bob Arum knew that was his last fight. The only way to keep him, rob him, and make him want the rematch, and he have to go through Bob Arum to make the rematch with Jeff Horn and re-sign him. And when you see Bob Arum has this contract that he has you under, if you fight for a belt, as if you fight a champion and you win, your contract get extended. And Pacquiao was like, man, this is the oldest chick in the world.
Yeah, I mean, that's old.
So, of course, Pacquiao don't have to fight Crawford at this point, because if he was going to fight him, he would have fought him on Top Rank. And that's Bob Arum's fault for letting Pacquiao leave before fighting Crawford. If you're really going to blame somebody, it should be the promoter. And that's why Crawford should focus his energy on Bob Arum. Like, man, listen, man, you screwed me over a couple times. Bob, what's up? But as far as the Errol Spence fight, as far as his power, I think Pacquiao...
Would you like to see that fight, though, right? Like,
I would love to see it, but I'd rather see Pacquiao and Errol Spence.
Like, so without even knowing what condition Errol Spence is...
I think July he'd be good.
You think he's good?
I think July it'd be like almost a year, not quite a year, but almost a year. So he should be better. I don't have no problem with that. If Errol Spence is gonna go with it, I'm pretty sure his team already know what's up. They're not about to take. If his team
thinks he's okay.
Yeah, if he's not reacting to punches correctly, then hell no. But if he is, then let it happen. Now, of course, Manny Pacquiao on one hand, Freddie Roach said he hit harder than Tyson. That's not the first time Freddie Roach said something out of the ordinary. Yeah. But one thing for sure, Pacquiao, one of the fastest punchers in the game, has one of the best left hands in the game. And he's one of the most gifted fighters in the game, and has a deep background of boxing. He has a knowledge of boxing. So, of course, that plays into him putting himself in the right position to land the right punch. But one thing for sure, Tyson in his prime, he has the best of both worlds, power and speed at heavyweight, in my opinion. Now, George Foreman, pure power, I think George Foreman. Power and speed is Deontay Wilder. Technique, power, and speed, I think that's Tyson Fury. I'm sorry. Mike Tyson. Oh, the Tyson Fury, y'all.
That's capping.
Now, let me pull back, though. Manny Pacquiao, one of the best punchers in the game, but he not a knockout puncher purely. He's more of a boxer puncher, in my opinion. I just think he has the speed where he shocks you. If you don't see his punch come, you're going to get knocked out or stopped. Shocking, yeah. Like Gary Russell, too. A lot of fighters that can't keep up. No, but I'm saying that can't keep up with his speed, they automatically get knocked out because they don't see where the punch is coming from. He's that fast for them. So Manny Pacquiao brings the element of shock of his hand speed to the table, plus his power. Some fighters in his prime, they claim he hit... it felt like you getting hit by a brick. And I remember somebody even claiming that Manny Pacquiao, it was Sugar Shane Mosley. He hit him in the third round and dropped him, and he thought it was the ninth round. That's like the worstest feeling in the world. Like, you so tired, like, man, it's the ninth round. I got 3 rounds to go, and someone tell you, wake up, son. You got 9 rounds to go. That's a heartbreaking moment. But regardless of all of that talk, man, Errol Spence will wash him. Man, I take it back. I won't say wash him, but he will stop him after he break him down. It's going to be tough a little bit early on because of the car accident. I don't know why I keep thinking of Errol Spence before the car crash. When I talk about Errol Spence, I got to remind myself the dude just survived a car accident. But because I see him on my Snapchat looking good, training, I'm thinking he's already back 100. But I would say it's going to be a little tough early on. And, of course, he might stop him later on. Manny Pacquiao, the key word is 41 years old.
You think he'll stop Pacquiao later on?
With the VADA testing, he should. He should. He better. That would make him a superstar. He automatically the biggest superstar in the game if he does so. So, let me see. AkHi wanted to talk about Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Like I said, we have a lot of callers, and we have to basically wrap up the show as well. How you doing, AkHi? Where you calling from and who this is?
What's up, this Jay Cooley, man? I'm from Nebraska, man.
Another call from Nebraska. What's up, Jay Cooley?
How you doing, AkHi?
Hey, I just want to keep it short, man, on Spence, man. There's a lot of people on YouTube and across the world be saying he needs to don't come back real quick. He don't need no tune-up. The man said he don't want no tune-up. Give him the big shark because he is the king. We're going to beat Pacquiao. And when we beat Pacquiao, we're going to beat up Bud, too. And I'm out.
Okay. Hold on.
My man, he out here representing the smoke.
So we got to vote for going straight into the high-profile fight. You feel confident of where Errol Spence is mentally and physically. Go right for Pac-Man.
And how does he beat Pacquiao too, though? And Terrence, just sum it up. Hello?
Did we lose Jay Cooley?
My man hanged up. He just made his statement and dipped.
He came in and was like, and then dropped the mic on us. He was like, out. He's like, we stopping Pac-Man, Pacquiao, and then we going after Crawford. He going after, all right, Jay Cooley.
Okay, I see you.
All right, Jay Cooley.
I see you, AkHi. So, like I said, on to the next topic. Hit the bell real quick so we can move on to the next round. Today, I appreciate every single one of my AkHis. Comment below who you thought won the debate. Me, Professor Nim, the caller, because I'm undefeated. I'm what Canelo wanna be. It's pound for pound #1 on split decision when it comes to debate. That being said, I appreciate all my AkHis. You know, we're gonna put the guns down and the gloves up. Shout out to Rick India for winning by split decision, becoming a 2-time world champion at 2 different weight divisions. The Boogeyman. Shout out to Professor Nim.
3P, baby.
And like I said, everybody in the chat, subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't. And listen to these casual fans, or AKA decafs, dumbass casual fans, because the casual fan ain't no disrespect. If you're a casual fan and you want to be a hardcore, all you have to do is attend the AkHi University every Sunday live on split decision. And hopefully, one day y'all will graduate from the AkHi University. And just like Dante always say, man, we speak the truth and nothing but the truth. We offer the book of the truth on split decision. So if you hate to hear the truth, man, you're going to hurt your feelings listening to us and your eardrum might bust. So like I said, man, I appreciate every single one of my AkHis. Take us out, Professor Nim, while I keep it rolling.